You take a cautious step forward, drawn by the strange light and the voice that lingers in your thoughts. As you approach, the fissure hums with energy, arcs of blue and gold lightning snapping outward. The closer you get, the more you feel the air vibrate, tingling against your skin. Peering into the fissure, you see swirling landscapes, forests of silver trees, mountains that glow with molten rivers, and a vast battlefield where armies clash under stormy skies. It's chaotic, yet mesmerizing. Then a sudden gust of wind pulls you in. There's no time to react. You're weightless, tumbling through a kaleidoscope of colors, your mind racing to make sense of the sensations. When you land, it's with a thud on soft, mossy ground. You're in a dense forest, the air thick with the scent of pine and something metallic. Around you the trees shimmer faintly, their leaves refracting the light like stained glass. A creature, half stag, half lion, with eyes that glow like embers, steps cautiously from the underbrush, studying you. The same voice echoes again, but louder this time, coming from the creature itself. "You have crossed the rift," prophesied one. "Speak your name and purpose, so the world may judge you." The creature tilts its head, the embers in its eyes flickering with curiosity and mild amusement. A deep rumbling sound emerges, somewhere between a chuckle and a growl. Your tongue wields jest as a blade rob of the rift. "Perhaps there is metal beneath the mirth," it says. Its voice carries a weight that makes the air seem heavier around you. The creature steps closer, its massive hooves making almost no sound on the mossy ground. It lowers its antlers, which seem to spark faintly with energy, and scrutinizes you. If your purpose is but revelry, then you are ill-suited for what lies ahead. Yet the world has chosen you. Prove to me that you are more than words. The staglion circles you, its tail swishing like a lion's and its horns crackling with latent magic. Suddenly, it lowers its head and charges. The ground trembles as it bears down on you. You dive to the side just as the staglion charges past, its antlers slicing through the air where you stood moments ago. It skids to a halt, turning to face you again, embers flaring in its eyes. The forest around you comes into sharper focus as adrenaline sharpens your senses. The shimmering trees stretch high above, their branches weaving into a glowing canopy. Nearby, you spot a jagged shard of crystal embedded in the ground, faintly pulsing with energy. To your left, a fallen tree lies across the moss, its bark stripped to reveal smooth, sturdy wood that might serve as a makeshift staff or club. Behind you, a cluster of vines hangs low, thick and strong, their ends coiled around what looks like a forgotten set of ancient metal braces. The staglion lowers its head for another charge, its voice echoes in your mind. "Courage must be tempered with wit, Rob. Show me your worth." You sprint forward, diving for the crystal just as the staglion charges again. Your fingers wrap around the jagged shard, and a surge of energy courses through your body. For a brief moment, the world around you slows, and your senses expand. You can feel the pulse of the forest, hear the faint rustle of distant creatures, and sense the raw magic emanating from the staglion. The crystal hums in your hand, resonating with your heartbeat. A faint glow surrounds your palm, and as the staglion barrels toward you, the shard seems to respond to your intent. You feel the power inside the crystal waiting to be directed. As the staglion charges, you channel the crystal's energy, feeling it surge through your arm like liquid fire. You wait until the last possible second, then sidestep its charge with a nimbleness you didn't know you had. As the creature barrels past, you pivot, raising the glowing shard and focusing your will. The crystal reacts instantly. A searing beam of golden energy erupts from it, striking the staglion's side. The impact is explosive but controlled, sending the creature skidding across the moss. Sparks fly from where the beam hit, leaving a faint scorch mark on its shimmering hide. The staglion shakes its head, embers dimming in its eyes as it regains its footing. It turns to face you again, slower this time, lowering its head not in aggression, but respect. "You wield the rift's power with purpose," it says, its voice calm and steady now. "Perhaps you are worthy after all." The creature steps closer, towering over you but exuding no hostility. It kneels slightly, dipping its antlers toward you. "Take the crystal's bond into your spirit. It will guide you through the trials to come. The shard in your hand pulses once more, and you feel its energy intertwining with your own. It's not just an object now, it's a part of you. The Staglion rises and motions toward a faint path that winds through the forest. The war you must end awaits beyond the silver veil. Tread carefully, for allies and enemies alike will test your resolve. You step off the path, finding a soft patch of moss beneath a tree that glows faintly with silvery light. The hum of the crystal subsides slightly as you settle in, its energy calming rather than overwhelming. The drums in the distance echo faintly, but the immediate area feels still, peaceful. Sitting beneath the shimmering canopy, you let the events sink in. You've been thrust into a world where magic is real, creatures talk, and you're somehow expected to stop a centuries-long war. It's a lot to process. As you catch your breath, a faint voice whispers in your mind. Not the commanding tone of the Staglion, but softer, more curious. Rest is wise, but linger too long, and the forest will test your resolve. What shapes a hero, rob of the rift, is not just their will to act, but their reasons for doing so. Why do you fight? The question lingers, as if the forest itself is waiting for an answer. I fight because someone needs to. It is not that I enjoy the fight, but if that is my fate, there are many that are worse,